Shalom, shalom, good morning, shalom, good morning, shalom, good morning, shalom, good morning. Okay, let me see. Nobody's not in here yet. Let me go to my other device and do a sound check. Shalom, good morning. Let me see. Okay. All right, all right. Hey, Joshua. Yeah, send me your and I'll send you something more. It'll be Friday because I'm not leaving the house today. Tomorrow I have an event to do, and then I could send you something. Hey, Van Peachy. Well. Hey, V Peachy, how you been doing? Thanks for coming over here. Um, first I want to thank God for opening my eyes this morning, and then I wanna yeah, I've been doing fine. I've been doing fine. I'm still here despite my health issues. I still keep trying to go. You know, um, I ain't gonna stop moving till the day I leave this earth. If I can get up, I'm gonna try to get up and go and still be out here to keep up with what's going on in the real world. Yeah. Now, the first thing I want to talk about that I had an issue with yesterday, and and I got this in the thumbnail, the picture, and the first subject, I said, why do content creators say another content creator is lying? So I was in this show, and see, and respectfully, I know, like if it's a person's show, and that if it's not their show, if it's since it's not your show, they can do whatever they want to. But they were lying on this content creator talking about what she said and trying to change the whole story. See, I had this instance one time when I was trying to tell another content creator. They was acting like, hey Shatika, they were acting like it was big news that K. Michelle said that, R. Kelly saved her and helped her. And I'm like, she been and said this. There's some of us out here that's older and wiser, and we've heard and we've seen it. So I had already had that issue with a content creator before, and finally people came in and said, "Hey, Michelle, Ben said that." Now, when I was in this other content creator show last night, I did not know that he was against Carmelo Anthony. And what this guy was doing, and we all know, like if you're following this case, everybody knows that Megan Maycott, the mother of those bully twins, racist twins, and all of this is the land. But Megan Metcalf, she said in her own words that she vouched for her son sort of being bullied. She vouched about the cheerleading memo, where the girl sent the memo complaining about the Metcalf boy being bullied and saying that they would put their Bisexual hands, like I'll fight a man and a woman. And the mother vouched for this. Okay? The mother vouched. And then she said Austin's girlfriend had been at their house since Hunter died, which I thought was weird. Okay? And then next thing you know, Hunter is taking Austin's girlfriend to the prom and everything. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I wasn't born yesterday. And, you know, to me, it seemed like Hunter, and this is only my opinion, is trying to live the life, you know, probably that he wish he would have had. You know, he's living life through Oscar now. Like, who takes their twin brother's girlfriend to the prom? This stuff ain't normal. Like, and I understand if she was still liking him, but my normal might not be that normal. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I can't speak on it. Maybe that's what they do. But to have the girlfriend of your deceased son to stay at your house for a month and always with the other son, you know, that that's a little weird to me. Okay. And Megan Metcalf said this. She said this on the interview. So you got content creators trying to say other content creators are lying and putting out this information. I mean, putting out false information. And then you can't tell them anything. And please don't get it twisted. I know that it's their their um their channels, right? It's their platform. But at some point, you know, I was like, stop it. Stop saying what this content creator is doing because she's not lying. This woman was on nationwide TV. She vouched for all of this. This is what the woman said. This is what Megan Metcalf said about her twin. But, you know, you've got so many people that's divided with this Carmelo Anthony case. And they are mad. See, first of all, you know, it was fishy from the beginning. And those of us that can think we ain't buying everything, we ain't accepting what you tell us no more. Like you tried to tell us about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, how they left this world and it was a complete lie. So you have people right now that's mad at black content creators that ain't going for the oak dope calling Carmelo Anthony, a Murderer, it was self-defense. And even though two kids lost their life that way, Austin should have never put hands on him. And I don't want to hear nothing about him carrying no knife that he could carry. I don't want to hear none of that stuff. That boy started it with him. And now you're looking at videos, you looking at kids running, throwing stuff in garbage cans. I mean, enough stuff to make you go, something ain't right. So yeah, I have a problem with any content creator talking about another content creator because of the choice that they made to stand by. They're staying on cold with the topic. I ain't got to listen to Willie D. I don't have to listen to Tim Black. I don't have to listen to anybody to come up with my own opinion. When this first happened, in that trial, when they started it, they had trial on Saturday. I said then that it was fixed. So, when you got content creators that's trying to destroy other content creators, oh, they're lying, they said this. I just think that's low down and dirty, in my opinion. I think that's low down and dirty, you know. And so I said what I needed to say, and I left because I realized, yeah, you right, this your show. But you tearing down a black woman talking about she lying and that Metcalf family, the mama, said, the mammy, of them racist bullies, allegedly, she said she vouched for that cheerleader letter that was sent. See, they all telling on themselves. Hey, mouthpiece. Hey, everybody that's here. Let me see. Look. Shatika. Hey, Susan. Joshua. So, you know, I just thought, man, we really gotten low, but I don't know why I didn't expect it. Because I remember another content creator allowed a woman to get on the show and talk about me because I was talking about the injustice of our family friend, Robert Sylvester Kelly. You know, the injustice, like y'all done threw him in jail for 30 years. But we got a president, we got the Clintons, we got the Bidens, we got all of these top people that went over there to Epstein Island. Ain't no charges been put on them. This whole country is a mess. And when it comes to this racial injustice and stuff, it is what it is. It's the truth. But to have another black person trying to dog out another person, you're not getting ready to tell me how I'm a think and feel. You ain't gonna tell me because I see the BS with this state that I must listen to Willie D or something. No, I am a 63, soon to be 64-year-old woman, and I have a mind on my own, of my own. I know how to think clearly. I got good comprehension skills. So I wanted to start off with that. And so, why another content creator needed to put another content creator and talk about they lying, and this is what the mother said. Like, y'all really desperate and thirsty. And a lot of them will be claiming, oh, they don't need the money. I don't want the money. I'm only on here part time. Well, if you didn't, you wouldn't be attacking another person. Why? Who made it your job? Be, who made it these YouTube content creators' job to go around saying who's lying on this Carmelo Anthony case? Who made these content creators judge and jury? Because, see, I don't even go to them anymore. Anybody that was not siding with Carmelo Anthony, I wouldn't go with it. And I'm so mad because I thought I canceled a subscription to a YouTuber. No. Anybody that's calling Carmelo Anthony names the M word and saying what he is and he should be in there for life, I can't roll with you. I have, you know, I just can't roll with you. Now, look what we have here. What the heck is going on in Mississippi? I'm going to tell you what's going on in Mississippi. M-I, crooked letter I, hump back I, hump back I. My parents come out of Chula, which is spelled Tchula, Mississippi. That's close to Greenwood, Lexington, Yazoo City, all of that. But they are in the Delta, okay? Mississippi has been allegedly, to, to me, the stories that my parents told me, and my mother went to jail because she decided to walk through uh, a YT man's yard. That's how she ended up north. My grandmother had to send her up here. My father had already came. They had a plan. But my mother walked through this white YT man's house. I mean, through his yard. And I shared that article. TT, you have to. I got to get closer. Hold on. Okay, can you hear me now? Is that better? Mm. Is that better? Oh, dang it. You know what? Dang it. Hold on. Let me listen. Okay. Is that better? Mouthpiece, thank you for coming. I'm going to have to send you a donation too. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I hope this is better with me getting close to the mic. Okay. So, everybody, what we have right now And I talked about that content creator. I don't know if my mic, if it went in or out. I am on my phone. You know, I've got another computer chair coming that'll be more comfortable for my back and stuff. And then I will start doing my shows on my laptop. But moving on, as I was saying with Mississippi, Mississippi, uh, an alleged racist state. And like I said, my parents come out of Chula, Mississippi. I know the stories that was told to me. I know, that my grandmother, she was, her father was a slave owner, had a plantation. My grandmother was an only child, and, you know, that slave owner made sure that my grandmother was taken care of. Oh, okay. And so, Mississippi, we see where, you know, they don't like us down there. Now, I'm going to say this. Them YT people do not like us down there in Mississippi. And I will say, not all of them YT people hate us, but it's more that don't like us. Because if it was more people that loved us, okay, this kind of stuff wouldn't be happening to us. Okay. So they can say whatever they want to. Oh, I'm not a racist. I love y'all and all of this. Well, if y'all loved us so much, none of this stuff would be happening. I wouldn't have a police officer unaliving a 1-year old baby. We would have good water down there. So we have Nolan Wells. Mm. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Hey, hey, thanks for that. Hold on. I got to put one thing down. Okay, can you can you hear me now? Oh, okay. But can you hear me repeat this? Can you hear me? Let me see. I'm gonna have to get it. Testing, testing, testing. Okay. Okay. Testing one, two, three. Testing, testing one, two, three. Okay. Hello? Hold on. Testing one, two, three. Testing one, two, three. Testing. Mm-mm. Hold on. Testing one, two, three. Okay, I'm back. So anyway, we're talking about Mississippi. What a racist state they are. Everybody hates us, you know. I'm gonna say that. But not enough of us are loving on us. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? There are not enough people that don't that that love us because again, this would not be happening. Okay. Hey, Tasha. Okay, I'm back again. So, like I said, enough people in Mississippi, they just don't love us because this stuff wouldn't be happening. So, Nolan, well, went on a trip. He went on a trip with friends, and he come up on a lot. The kids come back. The three YT kids, they come back. You know, somebody needs to make me understand that. And now the kids have lawyered up. They're not talking. If nothing happens, why would these kids be lawyered up? And so here we have another kid, another black athlete, and I'm sorry, I'm just reporting the truth, that went somewhere with white kids, white kids, and look what happened. We look at Camelo and Star Anthony being around them people. Look what happened. Now, I ain't trying to say all of them bad, but something ain't right with what's going on. Now, and like I said, they all not bad because Shanquella Robinson went on vacation with her friends of the same color, and she didn't come back around. So what I'm telling you today is sit down, talk to your kids, you know, tell your kids about, friends. Okay, that's better. Okay. You gotta talk to your kids nowadays because these kids coming up now, they do not value a friendship. Okay? And we don't need nothing happening to these kids. You need to, yeah. Oh yeah, as we do that. So this is what I'm saying. All of these people that's going somewhere with their friends coming back on the line, you got to sit down and talk to your kids. Are you sure? Now, are you sure that you really know these kids? But like I said, we can know these kids. We can know their family. We think because they hanging out with judges' kids, lawyers' kids, we think they okay. Them the worst ones. Them are the worst ones. And so they come back. They had the boy stay for but his body. Then his body come watch them. Now the first thing I'm gonna think is them friends on the line. It ain't no ifs, ands, and buts to me. Can't nobody convince me otherwise because they came back. And they said they had no idea where he was at. But they had a cell phone. So can't nobody tell me nothing different right now. Them three kids, this is my opinion. They unalive him or knew something had something to do with it. They or left him in a compromising situation. I mean, that's my opinion. Now I'm gonna let you listen to what they're saying. Hold on. Mm-mm. Okay, hold on. So, app. Mm. Well, we can listen to it.
Will Medicare pay for your new bathroom? This benefit is being kept from the
Mhm.
senior population, but every senior homeowner. Authorities in Mississippi have located a body they believe it likely belongs to a teen missing since the 4th of July. 18-year-old Nolan was not seen on Corn Island Saturday. The barrier island is a popular vacation spot. The local sheriff's office Wells was there with friends for the holiday when they were reported missing. ABC's Alex Perez is following this case for us. And Alex, great to see you. What's the latest with this? Yeah, Stephanie, officials unfortunately say the teams were dealing with a tragic ending in this case after loved 18-year-old Nolan Wells had disappeared July 4th after going on a boating trip with friends. Now, sadly, officials say the body, medical description of the 18-year-old was recovered about 8:35 this morning, just off the shore of Horn Island, a popular holiday destination about 10 miles off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. The team and friends reportedly took a boat to the barrier island for the 4th of July holiday. He was last seen on Saturday at about 2 p.m. After the vanished, his family and friends making an emotional plea for help, flooding social media with pictures of the outing showing Wells and a group of friends on a boat. The 18-year-old and his team holding what appears to be a hard or alcohol seltzer in his hand. The Jackson County Sheriff's Department, the Cajun Navy, and many volunteers are spending much of the weekend searching for Wells. It remains unclear what exactly happened to him. Authorities say they are still working to figure out what exactly went wrong here at this community. Now grieved. Stephanie? So tragic of her with his family. Alex, thank you very much.
So, you know, we have another kid that went somewhere with some young people. Again, talk to your kids. Tell them trust no one. Don't allow your kids to go on these trips. You're their parent till they're 18. I don't care how cool these kids is. I don't care who they parents are, because they lawyers and stuff. Look at the end result. Not enough people love them, because if they did, we wouldn't come and listen. Now, I'm speaking my mind, my opinion, my opinion. You know, I think, I think since they were celebrating the 250 years, I feel like there's some foul play in it. Again, this is just my opinion. I think it could have allegedly been some type of initiation. Again, stop letting your kid be the only black kid around white kids. Okay? Because something always happens when they go. Don't allow your kids to go hunting with these people, even as adults. And I'm just speaking my truth on what I say. And again, I'm going to say not all of them hate us, but ain't enough of them loving us. Okay? I know as much, because see, I did the same thing. We think if we take our kids to the suburbs, we move them to the better side of town, keep them away from the hood, we feel as though they're going to be okay. But actually, we have given them a whole new set of problems because now, you know, they're the standout kid, whether it's a girl or boy, and if they're smart, they're not going to like it. If they start dating, you know, the girl or boy of another race, kids ain't going to like that. Sorry about that. But I'm just speaking my fault, how I see life. Okay. And as you can see, you need to tell your kids trust no one. And all of these kids that went on this boating trip with Nolan West, they came back and said they didn't know what it was. And now they have lawyered up. All of them are off social media. Okay, your method catching every. Okay, I am so sorry for that. So allegedly, there is a video, okay, that Nolan and his friends, like They were arguing. So somebody know something. I hope you can hear me now. Okay. I hope everybody can hear me. I'm gonna have to start making sure I get on my computer because I don't want to sound muffled every three, four words, 3 or 4 words. And I appreciate you coming in, letting me be aware of that. So before I do any more stuff, I'm gonna just have to start. After today, I'm gonna have to sit at the computer because this phone just not doing the job. So, you're gonna have to just sit down and talk to your kids. You know, this is the real world. And like I keep telling people, history keeps repeating itself, you know. And it's so unfortunate you- that you can go somewhere with so-called friends and nobody knows what happened to a person. If we going together somewhere as friends, we gonna always be together. When my friends and I, when we went on cruises to Vegas, everywhere, you know, we never separated. Yeah. So I'm getting ready to end this show. My prayers go out to Nolan. Well, you know, those friends. Hold on. I don't see anything that the police said. So see, this is what was going on while they were looking for him.
First vote is where the investigation or search party is going to be set up. You can hear over my shoulder. The Jackson County Mobile Command Unit is already here and set, and there is a truck on the other side of the Jackson County Sheriff's Office as well. So they were here yesterday looking and searching the area. What we know right now is that Nolan Wells was last seen without a shirt in blue swim trunks with some sunglasses on around 3 p.m. on the 4th of July over at Corn Island. We went out there with some friends to celebrate the weekend and celebrate the holiday. And last night, like I said, in 3 p.m. Now, the search party is expected to continue today. The United Kingdom Navy is expected to also take some aircraft up in the air to help with the search efforts. I've already heard about 2 planes over my head this morning as well. But we got to check speak with the United States Navy earlier about this investigation moving forward. If you were one of the group that was with him, or if you were on the island and you were there and saw anything, please don't be afraid to come forward and tell the authorities exactly what you know, no matter what you might be some consequences or whatnot. It is very important right now. It's critical that we get truthful, confirmable information. Now, the family and also Jackson County Sheriff's Department is looking for any information or any photos or videos that could have helped and could help pinpoint a timeline there on the island on July 4th. If you were out there celebrating on Island on Independence Day and you have anything that you feel like could prove or point to a person or timeline, it is asked that you send that in to the Jackson County Sheriff's Department.
Mike McDonald's used to look like
So, like I said, that was the video where they were looking for him.
is them
And
today.
like I said, the friend,
All thanks to this little lightsaber.
hold on. Yeah. The friends allegedly didn't know what happened to him. They came back to his cell phone. And allegedly now the kids have lawyered up. Their Facebook pages have been struck.
This is them today. All thanks to this little.
Hey, Penny, how you doing? Yeah. So we have another tragedy, Pam, where a person went with some so-called friends somewhere, and the person came back on the line. So talk to your kid. Even as adults, we need to be mindful of the people that we hang along with, or the people we think your friend. Baby, we don't know what you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm talking to you, just like I would be talking to somebody I know. We don't know. Y'all don't know what these people doing when you not around them. You not in their hands. You know. You don't know what they're doing. So don't be sitting around here thinking that you're sending your children to to be with people because they're lawyers and doctors and nurses. You know, you think because your kid are hanging with people that are supposed to be in the elite status, okay? You think because they're in the elite status, that ain't nothing gonna happen to your child. Oh no, these people, they can't be bad. Huh? Again, Nolan was didn't come back. And it's unfortunate. Pan, can you hear me? No. So, like I said, I need everybody to talk to your kids and tell them. I said, can you hear me, Pan? Can you hear me? So unfortunately, um, hopefully we will get the truth of what happened to this boy, this 18-year-old black kid who went with some terrible things for the 4th of July. Talk to your kids. Even as adults, you have to be mindful. Like, y'all don't know what these people are doing at night. And when I think about it, I had to think about how much God has really looked out for me because I done traveled to town when I was working in Hollywood. Like, these were some RACIST people, you know, and they treated me nice. Thank God my car didn't stop or anything. So, talk to your kids. You know, I don't know. I don't know what other plans. I, I mean, what am I trying to say? Um, like what kind of alternatives you can give them when you sit and talk to them? Have an extra phone, keep recording everything, never turn your phone off because something weird is happening. Something's in the air, I believe. But anyway, y'all have a great day and talk to your kids and let them know that racism still exists, allegedly, and some of them white people just don't like that. This is April 2nd. Everybody have a great and awesome day. Peace.